Hello, welcome back, my teacher family. So today's video, we're going to discuss the importance of you sharing the classroom load, the classroom responsibilities, giving out classroom jobs. Yay! So if you are like myself, okay, I'm guilty of this, all right? I do things I used to, let me say that. I used to be really big on doing everything myself because I like things to be a certain way and it needs to be a certain way. So they say if you like things a certain way, you like things a specific way, then do it yourself. And I was that person. I would try to do it all on my own. And it took a while for me to let go and release. But the power in that, and then just the flow of it, and it's all like there's a lot of things that you do that is required to prep that parents don't think about, your spouse or girlfriends. A lot of people, when you go up there and you do what you do, you make it look so easy. They do not realize all the back end that is required. Okay, so I'm gonna go over some things that will help with classroom management, as well as giving students back the responsibility that they want, and allowing yourself more time to do things that are more important that only you can do. Okay, so classroom jobs, that's what today's video is going to be about. So here's what you're going to do depending on your classroom. What are the small things that are always needed? So I'll give you some of the things that I did and how I passed them off to my students and how I even got classroom jobs started. It is something I do in the beginning of the school year, and I usually don't roll out classroom jobs and probably till week 3, because I really take my time, and I've been doing it for years. I really take my time in building those relationships. Even if I already had them, I still build on the new things and let them know what has changed. But of course, if I already had them, we can start rolling much sooner. But especially if I'm new and they're new, spend time. 2 weeks. As a new teacher, you need more, okay? You want more. You should be granted more. And if they're not giving you more, I'll show you some tips and tricks to where you make every opportunity an opportunity to build with your students, okay? All right, so classroom jobs. Here we go. So one thing that I do is I think of the order of the day. What are the things that I need to have done first? Because your day is still, you are not going to be in a classroom nonstop all day and then have everything at the end. So you will get a chance to do some things in the middle, okay? Right now, you're probably feeling like you don't have much time to do much of it, but that's why this is so important, okay? So what do you need to have done first? My rule of thumb, and yes, it helps with classroom management, is that you have your morning routine down pat, okay? You leave no room for mismanagement. You don't leave them an opportunity. When they come in, here's a routine. Eat your breakfast. So here's my routine. I'll share mine with you that I've done, okay? And my routines are very specific to the schedule. So it's contingent on how the building sets up the day and the bell schedule, or whatever the schedule, whatever kind of schedule they call it. So in the morning, the students will come in and eat breakfast in the classroom. See, I've worked in schools where they don't eat breakfast in the classroom at all. They ate breakfast in the cafeteria. So depending on what it is and how your school sets up the schedule determines what you will do in your classroom. Okay, so my previous year, they came in the classroom. My routine was you come in on level 0. We greet at the door. So we do a little high five. We'll talk about stuff like that in another video. So greeting your students and being authentic with it. Hey, babies, whatever, you greet them. They come in at level 0. There is power in music. I will always play soft music. Music sets the tone. There is power in it, and that's a whole nother video, okay? So I'm letting you know how I set up my day. They come in, I would greet my students at the front. I would have music, and on the board projected, and then I didn't always have a projector. I used to write it on a dry erase board. I would have the order of the day, okay? So they would have 3 things. I would have the morning routine written down. It'll be in a slideshow. So they come in at level 0, unpack, Music's playing in the background. I don't hear anything but that music. And that's my rule. If I no longer can hear the music, you're too loud. Okay? The music is what we're all listening to. I'm not a DJ. I don't take requests. We listen to soft instrumental music. Okay? So soft instrumental music. They unpack. They're coming at level 0. They unpack. They put their things and they take out what they need. They leave what they don't. Okay? And if they don't need it, they shouldn't really be bringing it. But anyway, they take out what they need. They have everything that they have supplied. So they had, I didn't have desk. I had tables, but I had book bins. So anything that they weren't using and didn't need at that moment, because I don't do clutter on the desk, they leave it at their desk. I mean, anything they're not using, they put it in their book bin and leave at their desk. So they literally come in, greet, straight to seat, unpack, put back. Oh, that rhyme. I'm creating a song here. Now, okay, I don't script my videos, by the way. So anyway, come in, eat, straight to seat, unpack, put back, then go back to your seat, sit down, eat your breakfast, then do now, okay? You do now until the morning news comes on. The morning news comes on, stop the do now, pay attention to the news, okay? I explicitly demonstrate this and model it like a student. I come in. When they don't do it right or do it to my expectations, I do, then we do, then they do. You do that until they do it correctly. Just like you keep practicing problems until they get it, you keep practicing your procedure until they get it. And expect them to keep doing it. Expect them not to get it right the first time. Let that be an expectation. We don't ever expect that the first time we teach them something, boom, you got it, you're going to ace it. So we have to, and trust me, I still have to remind myself this, and I've been teaching for years, and I'm better at it as a teacher than I am a mom. Another honest truth, okay? All right, because I have less patience as a mommy. I don't know. But anyway, back on task, back to classroom jobs. So anyway, after the order of the day, I go over that. So you think about all the things that are needed to be done. Well, I noticed that sometimes somebody might need me. I need to talk, but I want every student to be greeted. So guess what a job became? A greeter. Okay. After breakfast, I realized I was going around cleaning up their stuff because I don't want them all going to the trash can. That's just my thing. Other teachers might not care, but a lot of movement in the morning. Morning time is quiet time, even in my house. Okay. Morning time is quiet time. The transition is noise. Okay. So I created a job. I had a person, and these jobs, remember, are things that students want to do. It's not something you're forcing. It should not and cannot be like that. Your baby should be willing to help out in their classroom. That's how it works, okay? So you present it as an opportunity, not as a consequence. That is not what you're doing. It's not a consequence. So I had a greeter. I had a person who collected trash, so trash manager, and that's breakfast. So they had breakfast. Once that bells, I set a timer. Timers are excellent. Go buy you one at Lakeshore. It's a big one. It's $30, but it's the greatest investment. Now, inflation might happen. It's probably $50 now, but who knows? That timer is a great investment, okay? If you can't afford that big magnetic red one that I'm talking about, and I'll show you on another video, then get a timer, and have your schedule. That's why I know your schedule is big. I'm big on schedules, even at home. So set a timer. And then when that timer goes off, your class will run on autopilot. If you're really explicit and you do a great job explaining, your class will run on autopilot. It's not just you taking care of your classroom. It's all of you guys taking care of your classroom, because it's not just your classroom, it's their classroom. So it's our classroom, and we take care of it together. And that's how you introduce jobs to your classroom. You guys are going to help me take care of the classroom, and I need some leaders in this classroom. So here are the classroom jobs. Now you're adding jobs as a new teacher. You're going to add some jobs because you're going to learn and you're going to figure out, oh, I can get a student to do this. A student can greet other students, teach them how to do it, and tell them to do it genuinely. If they're not doing a great job, give them an opportunity, give them time to practice. And if they still don't do it, then yes, you can get fired from your job and another person gets to try it. And yes, you can use that word because that word is in real life terms. Now, like I said, be mindful of the age you're teaching. My age was fifth graders. And yes, I did do applications. They were cool. They were really simple. They were fun. But if you wanted to do a job, you picked 3 jobs you wanted to do and you had time to try. And I'll give you a time to try. I'll just give you the job if that's something you want. If you're great at it, you can apply for it and you'll probably get it. It's like an internship. Okay. So I can break down all of that in another video because I don't want my videos to be too long. So I only got to greeter and I got to trash pickup, and I'll probably make a part 2 of this video of jobs, is telling you the jobs and then exactly how to introduce them, and like you literally teach the jobs. So you have a greeter, you have a person pick up trash, and then sharpen pencils, okay, and have that. Now, pencils, I don't know. I don't think, I think every teacher in every grade level can have a story about pencils. Pencils will cause some mayhem in a building. They throw pencils, they sharpen pencils, they eat them, they breaking them, they're doing everything. And I just feel like pencils have a little too much clout in the building. Like they're a tool, and that's the only attention that they should be getting, just being a tool. So what I do is I took a lot of the shine away from pencils, and I just gave more pencils than they ever can even use or play. Oh, you broke a pencil? Okay, cool, whatever. Go get another one. I stopped letting pencils dictate and run the classroom. We don't sharpen pencils. We don't mess with pencils. We just go get them, use them. If they break, we go get another one. It's really that simple. And that's a job. I supply a lot of them, and then after a while I say, if we just run out because you're tearing them up, I just ask your parents and, just let them know, so-and-so's eating pencils. May you send some more, please, and thank you. Don't be mad as the pencil. It doesn't deserve all of your energy. It doesn't deserve the ability to disrupt anyone's classroom. Definitely not mine, and definitely not yours. Okay? So pencils, give that off as a job. You have a person sharpen the pencils, and I don't do it in the morning. I do it at the end of the day, and it has to be when we're gone. I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I cannot stand the sound of a pencil sharpener. I don't like to see you doing this throughout the day with a small pencil sharpener. I have about 100 pencils sharpened already for you. And I didn't even do it. Someone does it. They sharpen the pencils at the end of the day. They collect them and sharpen all the broken pencils. And then I have another person's job. It's a table job. And they're to make sure that their table, that they have double the amount for each person. So each person has at least 2 pencils in a day. Yes. So I'll share some of those tips and tricks with you. We're at about 10 minutes in the video, which is getting a little over people's attention span. And I want you to start dropping off because everything that I'm saying has a purpose and is valuable. I promise. Even something minute. I'm telling you now, you can either learn on your own and see how those little minute things turn into major things, or you can, let me try that and avoid some mistakes and your year is smooth and you don't even experience some of those little small hiccups. Okay. So, creating jobs. So we only went over 3 jobs, a greeter, trash pickup, and a pencil sharpener. Okay. You can also have a distributor. That person, see, I didn't have this in the morning as first thing because I'm there before them and I like to have their do now already there. So when they get there, it's straight. But if you do have the way your building set up, if you do have a person who's really early and it's like always just one person and they so happen to want that job, have them be the distributor. They'll pass out the do now. Okay. But either way, after the day is started, whenever you need something passed out, you have a student do that. That is their job. You say, all right, distributor. And it's on autopilot. It's like, I'm a teacher, right? No one, my principal doesn't come in my classroom and tell me to teach because that's not how it's supposed to happen. Once you know your job, you do it, and you do it without me asking. So when I have something passed out, I just hand it to the distributor, and they willfully, happily pass out the papers. That's their job. They take pride in it. Okay. So we'll talk about, I'll continue. I'll do a part 2 with jobs and breaking down what types of jobs you can have and how you teach them. Okay. I can't wait to get into the classroom. I'm going to call some of my teacher friends now so that we can do some real modeling because I know the power of modeling. Okay. I am big on practice what you preach. And if you can tell me, then you must be able to show me. And I'm going to tell you a little side note because it's getting a little long, but I think this is so funny. Okay. No shade to dance moms. Okay. But when you see a dance teacher fuss at kids for not doing something correctly, yet they would not be able to model that for themselves. I'm just saying, how How are you going to tell someone to do something that you don't even do yourself, or you're not able to do yourself? I'm just saying. There's power in modeling, and my learning style is, if once I see it, I got it. Okay, I learn fast and quickest that way. It's best to know your learning style. Even as a teacher, everyone has a learning style where they gravitate information quickest. Now, everyone can benefit from all the different ways to learn, but you will favor one more than the other usually. Okay, so anyway, that closes out. Thank you guys for watching the video to the end. I will do another one on classroom jobs. So my next one, I will continue. We'll do a part 2 on classroom jobs and sharing the roles, because remember, you and your students, you guys are a class family. Say it, believe it, create that as your environment. And this is with any grade level. And I know it's harder for the middle school and the upper grade teachers because you guys are only with the clips. But if you say this is the science family, like all of you guys are science family and each class are cousins, when you build that connection, I'm telling you, those connections, you will have less issues. Okay, when they start looking at you like the classroom mom, all right, not saying you want to be their mother, but when they start looking at you like she is, when I'm now not from home, she protects me and she keeps me safe and she gives me everything that I need to learn, or he protects me, he keeps me safe, he gives me everything I need to learn. They will first be able to drop off and learn, okay? And 2, they will trust you with teaching them, all right? And they'll take it in because, like, listen, she has my back. She's going to give me what's best. And they're going to try their best, all right? And that is not even half the battle. It's more than half the battle. That's more than half the battle, okay? So I'll be back on with some classroom jobs, part 2 coming up.